It's time for the head-to-head competition of your wearable health tracking devices. Spike Studio takes 3 tracking devices for your health monitoring metering, the Misfit Shine, the Fitbit Flex, and the Withings Pulse, and puts them in a head-to-head competition. Welcome everybody, a quick product review from Spike Studio. This is actually a head-to-head. We've reviewed a bunch of these items before, but people are asking, what's the best one? Well, I've done a review, and you're going to see this in the blog post is attached to, but I wanted to show you some live things. So what we're taking a look at is 3 different devices really quick. This is the Withings Pulse. We'll actually light up the screen. Got the nice little LED on there. We'll talk about it individually, and you can see the review. I've done a full review on the Withings Pulse. We have the Misfit Shine, which is this one here. Misfit Shine, I also have a review up of the full thing. Last one is the Fitbit Flex. So do that one again. There you go. Fitbit Flex. So this is the newest addition to it. We've also done another Fitbit device before. Another review's up there. What do we think? This was tough. So what I did is I created charts to show, and I wore them all. 2 on the same wrist, 1 right below because it has a belt clip. I could have worn it, I guess somewhere higher, but I put it on the pocket is where I keep it all the time. The idea was to see steps, miles, what they thought calories were, as well as everything else, and compare them against each other, which one I like best because of form and function, what it did. So before I tell you the overall winner, let's talk about exactly what they do again for those that haven't watched the other 3. Misfit Shine, this one is an actual pop-up disc that you can see in the middle. You can pop that out and wear it in different ways. You can wear it as a clip with a magnet. You can wear it in a necklace for the ladies called the Bloom. You can wear it in a leather strap. You can wear it in a plastic strap. Tapping it gives different things. Double tap will tell you how you are for the day based upon what your goal level is. And you can also have it show the clock, which is really cool. And I'll tap it again. So then it'll light up and actually show the clock. And you have to learn to read buttons. It's no big deal. It's a cool watch too. So I actually like that. I like that a lot. What is it missing? It doesn't have blood pressure. So it doesn't tell you what your heart rate is. I should say not blood pressure, but heart rate. It does sleep tracking pretty well. They've enhanced it a lot since I've gotten it. Then we get the Fitbit Flex. And I'm going to tell you what's missing from this thing. No clock, no heart rate monitor, doesn't do floors, meaning how many steps you go up. So right there, you can tell it's probably going to be in last place. So at this point, Fitbit, the Flex, is in its last. So now we're down to the other 2. So what do I get with the Withings Pulse? The Pulse can be worn during the day in this handy little clip. It's a polyurethane with a nice, strong metal piece that sits in here. Then on the back, as you can see, heart rate monitor, put your finger on it and run your heart rate that's on there. Also, you can count floors with it, so it does that. It does the number of steps. It'll actually do your height elevation. It'll do the amount of miles you do. It shows you how many miles, and it's durable, as you can tell. We just dropped it. You can also see, I'll hit it again, there we go, the number of calories it's estimated that you're doing. Then there's these 2 modes, sleep mode and also the heart rate. When you click that one, you put your finger on, do the heart rate. When you click the other one, sleep mode, you click it, and it wants to know, I'm doing this backwards, so let's see, there we go. It wants to know if it should go into heart rate mode. There you go, and you slide it on. What you do then is, where it has a nice little Velcro wrist one, you can see in the review. What you do is wear this for the night. You used to have to turn it off manually. They now have it set so it learns about when you're waking up. It senses movement. All of these provide great graphs. I shouldn't say all. These 2 provide pretty good graphs of how well you slept. Strangely, they're pretty darn accurate to each other. I don't know if it's accurate how I slept because I was asleep, but it tells you how often you were up. Were you moving around too much? Was it they call it deep sleep mode? They both have deep sleep, so it tracks what you do. I presume deep sleep is laying there like you're in a coma. My favorite way to sleep. So these 2 were at the top of the list. What else did I like and not like about them? Really good question because I want to keep this short. Once again, the Flex, didn't like it was missing some of the features. The Shine, one thing I don't like, this one actually has a watch battery, a 2032, CR2032 watch battery, so it doesn't need to be USB charged. This one has a little pop-out. We're going to take these off, as you can see, this little band. It has a little pop-out. It comes with other bands, and this little piece that pops out, which is the actual tracker, this is nothing but just a case for it. This little tracker has its own special charging port because of these connectors on the end. Also, it has a USB Wi-Fi sync. I shouldn't say Wi-Fi, but a USB Bluetooth sync, excuse me. So I don't like the special charger that it had, to be honest with you. This one is a micro USB, so I can plug it in anywhere. Battery life was pretty good, 5 days at least out of this one. This one I usually get 5 to 6 days, no problem. The Misfit Shine. it's supposed to last, I don't know, 6 months to a year. I've heard numbers all over the board. I'm not getting but a couple months out of it. Now you're saying, wow, that's a long time with just a watch battery. It's a couple bucks for, a set of watch batteries. You get 2 in a pack generally. The problem with the Shine, and I'll take this off, is anytime, and that's the other problem with wearing them on your wrist, anytime you bump your wrist anywhere, or you touch, or you tap your toothbrush on the sink, guess what happens? It lights these things up, or it puts them into a mode, what they call activity mode. Both of them have an activity mode. If you double tap this one real quick, it puts it in sleep mode. So it tries to track your sleep. I found it highly hard to do. No matter how I tapped it, I'd get the little status indicator for the day, but I couldn't. You have to do it just right to get it to go into sleep mode. And I could never figure it out. So sometimes I just take it and bang it. What's this to do is double vibrate. This one, if you take it and you want to put it into activity mode, you triple tap it instead of double, and that spins the dial and lets you know, oh, you're about to go into an activity. You're doing an activity. This one doesn't really have that, but it picks up when you're doing it. They both try to learn. They learn when you had a high amount of activity, like you went running or you sprinted somewhere. So they start to learn it, but none of them are exactly accurate with that. So what do I think about them overall? I think the Withings Pulse was the best one. Let's cut to the chase. Heart rate monitor. It does well with the steps. It does well with the tracking. It does well with the calories. It does miles. It does floors and height. It just offered a lot of stuff. Both of these are Bluetooth sync, as well as this one. So none of those had a problem with the syncing. They all did very well with the syncing. I never had an issue with syncing. I didn't like this because the additional charger piece that I needed to carry around if I wanted to charge if I was on the road. I do like it came with 2 bands. This one came with a band and the clip that you could hide in your clothes. But it was a watch battery, but Bluetooth sync was never a problem with this one as well. You can go in and manually edit things, and all of them you can manually edit weight. Withings has additional, you can buy a scale if you want, and it has a Bluetooth sync. So they all use the Bluetooth. I also like that this was micro USB chargeable, meaning I have tons of things that have that cord connector. I can charge it anywhere I am without any problems at all. This one you have to pop out, and put it into other things. This one, not waterproof per se. These two, yeah, they say take a shower. So keep that in mind. If you're a person that likes to get in the shower, maybe light water, this one. If you're going to go even some of the swim stuff. This one, you could wear it in the shower, but I normally take it off. I don't know why. I just feel like I don't want to take the chance of it having a little hole in the seal somewhere. I didn't snap it all together. This one's not made for swimming. It's not really made for getting in the shower. So keep that in mind as well. If you're a person that likes to just keep it on all the time, then you want one of these. If you're a person that wants better tracking with more functions, more feature, then I would say the Withings Pulse. So see the videos, see the charts, read the blog posts, see my other opinions about it, but you get the idea. This one, great for the water and everything else, but missing some features and functions, mainly floors. Climbing, I can't understand why they just took out how high you climb, because that's what a lot of people want to know is how many stairs I've done. Oh, also, let me talk about that. How easy. This one's a slide-on clip. Last thing, this one, and people have complained about it. They say sometimes you need to soak this in hot water, but this band is very stiff and new, and it uses these 2 little prongs to hook into it. Depending on how patient you are, how frustrated you get, how shaky your hands may be that morning because you've had too much coffee, which I don't drink coffee, but that's not the point. You've got to actually kind of line it up and then snap it. After a few times, it goes on fairly simple. The difference with the Shine, and has a marker to let you know where the top of it is. The difference with the Shine one is all you need to do is like a watch. If you're familiar with the straps that go through, you just slide it through the strap part, and then this little connector piece, let me turn it sideways, you can see the little pinhole on it, lines up on your wrist, and you find the hole that's the most comfortable to your wrist, and you just give it a push, and it's done. That one's on. So there you have it. There you are. It's a Spike Studio product, not even review, challenge between them, and you know which one wins. Click the product links below. If you have any questions, leave comments. I will be glad to answer anything about all of them, function, feature, what they do. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe to all the product reviews here at Spike Studio.